Scenes of the July 4th East Delavan mass gathering and the police response played over and over. But let's also look at Newport Beach, California, with a July 4th neighborhood takeover there. 400 arrests by police with reinforcements called in, some in riot gear, and even looting at an upscale grocery store. Then more summer street takeovers, organized by social media promoters in communities like St. Louis, Charlotte, and Indianapolis. And other calls for solutions to it all, like the curfew. In fact, a curfew for minors under 16 still technically on the books here in Buffalo after its 1993 City Council passage, calling for kids to be detained by cops to determine their status, and then parents or guardians held responsible for their lack of supervision, even with fines up to $200 for repeated violations. So some police perspectives on a renewed 30-plus year later curfew.
Would that have prevented what happened on the 4th of July weekend? The answer is no. People are still going to, gather and do what they want to do. And at that point, you're not worried about enforcing a curfew, you're worrying about clearing the street.
Then for police, logistics and legalities now in 2026.
Where do you go with them? How long can you hang on to them? What if you can't locate a parent? There's very specific laws now that have been modified in terms of when police take a juvenile into custody.
And then realities.
Some kids do fight back, and with the raise the age laws and stuff, we've defined a juvenile now as older than what used to be, at 16, 17, they're not kids in a lot of people's opinions. I don't think it's going to have the effect. It's not going to change crime numbers. And unfortunately, juveniles that are engaged in criminal activity, true criminal activity, whether it's dealing drugs, guns, violence, there's crimes against those activities, and it's not preventing it. I respect the fact that it's being looked at as a potential tool in the toolbox, but with all these solutions, sometimes we create even more problems.
And more continuing coverage on this curfew question. Channel 2's Nate Benson bringing us more from current council members at 11. On your side, Ron Plants, Channel 2 News.